everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amal Al-Agroubi. I'm a filmmaker and I'm on my journey to becoming one of the greatest filmmakers of all time. I am making this YouTube channel so that I can help people in my same position. There are lots of things that I wish I had known, and I am here to share those things with you, and hopefully it helps you out as well. Today, I'm going to be speaking about crowdfunding. This is going to be a 4-part series speaking about crowdfunding and how you can crowdfund to raise funds for your film. Just so you know, I have a course online, and I'll put the link below on how to raise financing for your film. But one really popular way to do it, and one that I found very useful, is crowdfunding. The great thing about crowdfunding, and the reason why I love it, is it gets people involved. So you can share your film and your world and your life with everyone out there. And people who are interested in supporting film, they can be a part of that journey too. And then you get to keep in touch with them, and they get excited, and you get excited, and then you talk about the film, and they're like, we were part of that. We contributed to that. We were associate producer on that. We were this on that. And it's just such an exciting thing. And that's why I love it. So here's a really cool part. What I'm going to do is I am going to make a video today, and I'm going to launch the video on how to set up a crowdfunding campaign. And basically, I'm going to take you through the journey. So the crowdfunding page will be live when these videos come out. And that way you can kind of see how exactly it happens and the process, like, all put together, which I think will be super fun. The most popular crowdfunding websites would probably be Indiegogo and Kickstarter. I've used Indiegogo most of all, but I think I'm going to use Kickstarter now. I don't know, just for the sake of change. There are more people using Kickstarter, and that's why you get more external support. And I've found that not really to be true, but hey ho, we're gonna go with Kickstarter. Okay, so I'm gonna get on here on my little laptop, and I'm gonna set up the crowdfunding campaign. I am going to do the video as well, and we're gonna put that online, and you can watch the video online. You can even contribute to the campaign if you'd like, and then we're gonna follow up every week and see kind of how that goes. So this is really exciting. Real-time crowdfunding campaign, yay! The first thing, oh crap. The first thing I'm going to do is go to Kickstarter, sign in with my account, which I have done. If you're wondering how to record on your screen, I use QuickTime Player. So you just go in the files, new screen recording. Because I always used to be like, how do they do that? How do they do that? All right, here we go. Super. Okay, cool. All right, so here is the Kickstarter campaign. The film that we're going to be raising funds for is called Ladies Coffee. It's a short film. It's a concept that I had been working on for a while, and I sent it through to a producer that I met at Berlin Film Festival, and we got on, and she's awesome. She's great. And then we decided, why not shoot this? Because the point of a short film is also to be kind of a precursor to the feature film. You need to be able to show investors, you need to be able to show people in the industry that you can actually shoot a film. And while we know that, I know that I can shoot a film, and I've shot films before, and if you'd like to see any of those films, you can follow kind of right here. I put that up there. Some of you might know I have a horror film that I am in kind of development, kind of development phase for, and looking for finance. So first of all, this will really help. Second of all, I want to be in genre cinema as well. I really love drama, and I really love documentary, and I really love genre. So I'd like to be able to show people that I can make a horror film with kind of limited resources, with limited, we're in the Corona situation. So that's the first thing. So this film is called Ladies Coffee, and then the subtitle, I think, would just be like a log line. And I thought, Reem thought that getting her coffee cup read in an old woman's house would be harmless fun. Reem thought. Boo, boo, boo. I think that's pretty cool. So it's film and video. It's a short, London, UK, because that's where we're shooting. Project image. I'm not a big fan of this. We need to create an image but I'm just going to put this here temporarily. We need to create an actual proper image that will be nice, because that's the first thing that people see when they visit your crowdfunding campaign. Look, the project video is actually optional, but If you have it, see, it says here 80% of successful projects have a video, so make a great one regardless of your budget. So I'm going to be shooting that, obviously, probably at a separate time, maybe tomorrow or something, and putting it together, and then it'll be ready to go when we launch the crowdfunding campaign. And then the funding goal is obviously important. This is the difference with Kickstarter. Funding is all or nothing. If you don't meet your goal, you won't receive any money, which sucks. Poopy poopy caca. That's what it is. We've set a date for the film. We're going to shoot it on the 21st of August. I find that when you set a date for a short film and you're like, that's it, I'm going to do it, like, that's when you kind of kick yourself into gear and you're like, I'm going to work towards this goal come what may. With the funding, what we can do is probably be a little bit more conservative with our goal. We need £10,000. So if we put that here, I'm going to just put this in the calculator. So if I put £10,000, let's assume that we have tax of 20%, because that tends to be the case. Then they would suggest you set aside $2,500 plus Kickstarter fee plus. So they're like, your goal should be $13,900. But it's a scary number. And, you see a number like that and you kind of lose confidence and you're like, I don't know if I can do it. And the thing is, if I do put it as 13,000 and we only make 10,000 and I actually need 10, and then I feel like, oh, we've just missed out. We can't shoot this movie anymore. So I'd rather not do that. I would take it down. Well, I've taken it down to 7,000, which would make our goal 9,800. That's still a bit of a scary number. Or should I take it to 5,000? Let's see if we do 5,000. I mean, the thing is, like, people are like, oh, well, you can do it. I mean, you can make the film. People don't realize, and I'll make a video about this as well, about kind of how to budget for your film. But people don't realize that films actually cost money. Like, not only do you have to pay your crew, and now it's really, really crucial that we pay crew and cast because no one's getting any work in the arts. So it's great for them. You're helping the economy. You're helping people. People need to put food on the table. So you need to pay them. You need to pay, for stuff like food, equipment, production design, when you're dressing a certain area or space. So basically, you need to pay people. So I think £10,000 is really the minimum. If you're doing a 2 or 3 day shoot, that's really the minimum. And then don't forget about post-production and all that kind of stuff. So, okay, so if I put 5,000, then the goal becomes 7,000. Do I feel more comfortable with that? Because the thing is, sometimes you reach the goal and the goal is 7,000 and people are like, oh, well, they already reached their goal. Let's just not give them any more money. And then the only money you get to keep is the 5,000. So that's half of what our budget is. So technically we won't really make it, but I'm going to go with 7,000. I'm going to go with 7,000. Why? Because I think it's important to be transparent, and I'm going to be very transparent on our campaign, on our crowdfunding campaign. And obviously you guys know what's going on. So hopefully if we hit our target of 7,000 and we make a little bit more than that, then we're fine. And obviously I'm going to be checking this with my producer, who is Ellie. So we're going to launch it on the 29th, which is today. So you are watching this YouTube video, and then you will also see that the crowdfunding campaign has been launched. So everything I have worked on here, you can actually see live. So they say here, campaigns that last 30 days or less are more likely to be successful. So what I'm going to do is the 17th of August. So let's just go to the planner here. All right, cool. Okay, so you can see here, although you probably can't see clearly, that's the 21st. That's when we want to shoot. So I'm thinking of ending the campaign there, because that's a Monday. That'll give people the whole Sunday, because if they're at home chilling and hanging and it's like a Sunday, then maybe, last minute campaigns and stuff, like last minute, like the final hours will be late at night, so they can basically contribute. And then we shoot 4 days later. So I don't know. See, this is a huge risk, because if it gets to the 17th of August and it's a Monday and we haven't made the money, we're in poops because we can't shoot this film anymore. And we get there on the 21st and we're like, you know, I don't know how long it's going to take for Kickstarter to pay the amount that we raised, but the good thing about it is that we can also defer payments to crew. So we can just say, listen guys, we're going to pay you next week. Like, but at least we know we have the money, you know, for sure. So let's do that. So then we go to rewards. So I've already filled in some rewards. These are the most common rewards. Here's like a thank you from us to you. If we have a look, I don't like it like that. Thank you from us to you. I don't know why I just like, okay, not thank you from us to you. So that's £1 minimum. So it's £1 or more. If somebody just wants to give £5 or £10, I like to leave these ones because not everyone's got money, but people want to be part of the film, and just to, you know, for us to know them and for them to be involved and to show their support, I think is great. Kindness in supporting our film. Okay. So we go down here, estimated delivery. I just put September 2020 because by then we would have finished the shoot. So we're just going to say thank you to everyone. And then no shipping, because actually back in the day, whenever I did crowdfunding campaigns, I used to always like offer cool products like t-shirts and things like that. But then I realized it's just such a hassle. People move, you don't kind of get things done in time, you can't send them, people don't receive the packages, then you have to navigate, and it's just too much. So let's just keep things digital, especially now during this phase. It's important to keep things digital. Unlimited quantity, obviously you want to keep that open, and no time limit, and then we save the rewards. So I'm going to show you just a couple of other ones that I thought would be super fun. And you know what? I might just keep it to 5 rewards. So £20, you get behind the scenes photo and video material. Let's have a look at that. Get an email document containing exclusive behind the scenes photos and videos from the set. That's kind of easy to do because you have somebody on set who's taking photos and maybe doing like some videography work and, you know, having little chats with us. And it's great because you can just put that together in a package and then people can share it on social media, and you know, it helps people, and it gives something to people. And all the crowdfunding campaigns that I've supported, and I've supported quite a bit, just really interesting films. I supported a short film that was shot in New York about like a Jewish community and about like a coming of age story, and I just thought that's so interesting. I'd love to see kind of the back, like how that was shot, like who shot it, how they shot it, like who's the crew that was involved, like what's the story about. Like I just, you know, and I don't know the filmmaker, I don't know the film, I just found it on Kickstarter and I thought, well, that's really cool. Like I'd love to do that. And I love film. I know, you know, many of you do. And so I think it just helps. Even before lockdown, I supported a friend in a film that she was making, and it's just like a vote of, and I think £20 is like what you would even get a meal for that or a sandwich for that. So I think that's pretty decent. This is fun. So coffee cup reading. So the film is actually about it's like the lore is the coffee cup reading, which is a very traditional Arab thing. Like here's a little example. Here's a coffee cup, you know. So we make some Arabic coffee in a little della and we drink the coffee, and then you kind of put this on top, the saucer, and then you give it a little shake, and then you flip it over. And when you flip it over, you just kind of leave it, you kind of remove the coffee a bit, leave it on its side like this until it dries. And when it dries, you look inside, and there's a really cool, oh, this is schmooty. You can see a little bit of, I don't know if I can show you this little sediment in there. It forms like a little pattern, and then you basically read the coffee cup, and, you know, it's just like, not predict someone's future. I mean, it's just kind of like, it's just for fun, and all the ladies sit around and they go, oh, you know, I see a ring, you're gonna get married. Oh, I see 6. Oh, you're gonna pass your exams. And it's a very live on teen thing to do, and we used to do it when we were kids. You know, it'll be like a little Zoom session. Actually, maybe I should clarify that. So let's edit here. So that's great. So we'll save that reward. Okay, so this is the most important part, which is introducing the project. So you can see here where it says project description, they've offered a couple of guidelines. Why we are making this film, obviously, why are we making this film? And why we care about it and how we plan to make it happen. So we are filmmakers, we love our jobs, the world needs film, art, music, theater, and dance. This time has been hard on us all. We want to reignite the fire and bring color to the world. We want to make something Arab-centric. It's not often that we get to see the Arab narrative portrayed on screen, and we love genre cinema. I wanted to say, I know people feel super weird about crowdfunding campaigns, and I really used to feel weird about it as well. It kind of felt like I was a charity case. Like I was like, oh, I need money, and I expect people to support me with money. But it's not about that. It's not about supporting my kind of personal life and expenses and lifestyle. It's about supporting my films if you like them. It's about supporting me as a filmmaker. It's about supporting the story if you like it. It's about supporting cast and crew and a whole roster of people who have jobs and who are contributing to the arts. And the arts is a lovely thing. We would not have survived this entire Corona thing without art, without film, without music, without people engaging in games and all this kind of, what is that? That's all the creative juices. We need those creative juices. So that. And then it says your description should tell backers everything they need to know, if possible include images to tell them what your project is about. So I said what our story was about. I put a little synopsis here. I also added a photo of a coffee cup with the tagline, "You'll never drink coffee the same way again." Great tagline. Good job, Mel. And then who are we? So I'm still writing that. The biggest risk factor for us is COVID-19. So we're going to adhere to health and safety regulations during the shooting of this film to ensure that our crew and cast are safe. There is a course that you can do online where they ask you some questions about COVID. And basically it's like a little, not training program. It's like a little, well, they give you a certificate so that you can be a COVID supervisor on a set, for example. That's something that we're gonna do, and we are just gonna ensure that everyone's safe, everyone's wearing masks, everyone's social distancing, and that we're gonna minimize our crew. So we're actually not gonna have as many crew members as we had hoped. All right, so let's go on next. Okay, introduce yourself. I have used Kickstarter a few times. So I already have a profile on here, and it's asked me to create a vanity link. So I've said filmmaker ML, and I can add collaborators, but those collaborators need to have a Kickstarter account. The next bit is the payment bit. So you need to add these details. Obviously, these are personal details. So I'm not going to be sharing them with you, but obviously if you have a legal entity, it's better, or it can just be an individual. If you add yourself as an individual, then that's fine. And you can add in your details and you are good to go. And then once we're done with that, it says promotion. Once you've submitted the project for review, you get this URL. Once you get this URL, you can share it with people on social media, etc., etc., which is what I'm going to start doing from today. So as soon as that's out, as soon as this project has been verified, reviewed, etc., 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 good to go, I'm going to put it online, I'm going to launch it, and then I'm going to contact everyone under God's Son for support. So that'll be through social media, using Instagram, using Twitter, using LinkedIn, using emails, using people we know. And the more you spread the news and the more people know, the more you're likely to reach your goal. What I'm going to do now is just pad this out. I'm going to be recording a video that I can add to the crowdfunding campaign, and I'm going to be launching it. So it's going to be launching today. You're going to be watching this video today. You can check the crowdfunding link on the description box below. Hooray, it's launched. So I launched it in the morning, and now you will have watched this in the evening maybe, or a couple of days later, but the project has already launched. So by accessing the links below, you can actually see what I've done and how the crowdfunding page looks like when it's launched. And now it's about promotion. I'm going to start promoting. I'm going to cover it in the video next week, so you get to see what our promotion has done and where we are and what stage we're at within the project itself, which I think will be very cool. And thanks so much for watching. I hope this was useful to you. See you next time. Thanks and goodbye.